My brother sold our late father's watch and told everyone I lost it. Hi, my name is Michael. I'm 37 years old, married to my wife Rachel, and we have a 12-year-old daughter named Sophie. 2 years ago, my father passed away after a long battle with cancer. It was the hardest thing our family had ever gone through. Before he died, Dad called me into his hospital room. He handed me his watch. It wasn't expensive. It wasn't rare. But he had worn it every day for almost 30 years. I still remember what he said. Take care of this for me. I promised I would. After the funeral, I kept the watch in a locked display case in my office. Every time I looked at it, I thought about Dad. My younger brother Brandon never understood that. Brandon only cared about money. A month after the funeral, he started asking how much the watch was worth. I told him it wasn't for sale. He laughed and said everything had a price. A few weeks later, Rachel and I took Sophie on a weekend trip. When we came home, something felt wrong. The display case was open. The watch was gone. I searched the entire house. Nothing. Then I called Brandon. He immediately accused me of being careless. Before I even explained what happened. That should have been my first clue. The next day, my mother called. Apparently Brandon had already told everyone I lost Dad's watch. According to him, I had left it somewhere and was too embarrassed to admit it. My own family believed him. I was furious. But I had no proof. Then Rachel remembered something. A security camera. Months earlier, we had installed cameras after a package theft. I completely forgot about them. We pulled up the footage. And there he was. Brandon. Using a spare key my parents had given him years ago. Walking straight into my office. Opening the display case. Taking the watch. And leaving. I felt sick. But the worst part came next. We tracked down the pawn shop. Brandon had sold the watch 3 days after stealing it. For less than $500. $500. That was all Dad's memory was worth to him. I immediately filed a police report. When officers questioned Brandon, he admitted everything. His excuse? He needed money for a vacation. A vacation. My mother begged me not to press charges. My father had barely been gone 2 months. And she was still protecting him. For once, I refused. The truth came out quickly. Relatives who had blamed me suddenly changed their tune. My aunt stopped speaking to Brandon. My uncle demanded he repay the pawn shop costs. Even my mother couldn't defend him anymore. Eventually, I got the watch back. The pawn shop owner was kind enough to return it after seeing the police report. The first thing I did was put it back in the display case. The second thing I did was change every lock on my house. That was 2 years ago. Brandon still complains that I ruined our relationship. Maybe. But I didn't steal from my dead father. He did. And every time I look at that watch, I'm reminded of something. The greatest inheritance my father left me wasn't the watch. It was learning exactly who I could trust. And who I couldn't.